Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is detoxing from the parts within us that completely drain our life force and suck us dry. Um, and that is all of that is connected to the dark, unhealed ones that want to completely suck us dry and basically slaughter us. So it's like they're milking us, they're milking our energy, our life force, and want to destroy and basically slaughter us, proverbially speaking, of course. Everyone watching these videos, you know that, right? So I had a crazy dream last night that um, I like part of me, the part that I am normally in everyday life, went around the corner, and what I left behind, or like I went a little bit away, and what I left behind was a pre-salted cow being hunted and stalked to be finished off, to be killed. And basically, the salt was all inside the cow, drying her out from the inside for basically meat preservation. But um, they, those that were doing it in the dream, right, knew that it was a part of killing that cow. Um, and they weren't finished yet, but the cow outsmarted them and knew that they couldn't win. So they won't get to finish. And that's when I woke up. And I already did some energy work after that to protect myself and stop whatever was happening there. But I felt very, very strongly, and I was shown in my morning meditation that I needed to do a ceremony for that. However, at the dollar store, I couldn't find a cow like mug or porcelain figure or anything like that. So we have to get a little bit away from the cow image. But basically, what I have prepared here for us, and I think the cow was important to help understand the being milked, because that's what usually happens with cows, that they're being milked, right? But the salt inside, salt is usually used to dry out um, a- any any liquids, right? So let's say if you spill wine, you should put salt on it because it draws it out. And if you drop your phone in water, you're supposed to put it in salt so it dries it out, right? It pulls that out again. Although rice is also suggested, etc., etc., right? But generally speaking, salt really draws the moisture out, and that being sucked dry aspect was really important in the dream, I remember. And it's basically, I feel like the cow is the traumatized part, right? Whereas the other part that was a little bit away, that was also me, but that was more like the real me, is more the higher self, the soul, the spirit, and so on, right? Whereas the cow is that human part that um, is being harvested for those energies and so on, right? So, anyhow, to make a long story short, what I have prepared here for us is the round glass with the hearts on to represent the cow in the dream, but representing us, right? In our heart energy, in our beautiful divine energy that is being sucked out of us. We're being harvested, we're being milked, basically, right? So I put salt in here, right? So I filled the glass with salt, and I have macaroni, uncooked macaroni, to represent all those dark beings. I don't quite want to say humans because they have a lot of dark entities and beings and attachments, etc., 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 that are on them, that are part of them, a part of their energy field, their being in the way they currently are, that is causing the siphoning, right? So all of those, they're all around us, siphoning our energy, sucking us dry. So I will pour the salt out so that the siphoning stops, and those leeches will be covered with the salt. So they shall then lose whatever they had taken from us. So all the energy that they sucked up from us shall be sucked out of them again, right? So they shall be neutralized. And similar to when you pour salt on a fly, that's not fully dead yet. I just remember that from a science book that my brother had as a kid. Um, oh, I think it's, oh no, sorry. It was slightly different, sorry. But yeah, if a fly drowns, you can revive it again by pouring salt on it. But it's kind of the reverse, actually. Uh, Pulling out whatever life force, like basically blood, right, representing life force, is in them that they siphoned from us, and that shall be pulled out of them with the salt. And then I will put some red beet juice, which I always, oops, spilled a little bit there, oops, and again. I will pour it in this glass jar and put the lid on it so that it is then contained in our energy field and it is sealed, right? And also very interesting, so I actually put some other things here as well. So lately I've just been using this fancier can opener because it allows the wonderful way to have a lid fit back on again. See, this is one example where it actually doesn't cut on the inside here, but you have the rim that you can place on again. Actually, that's not the best example, but I put the smaller one here. So this was a, I don't know if it was for tuna fish or something like that, but it was one of those small cans. And instead of opening the lid here, I just used the rim, and you can see tiny little, almost like tooth marks where I cut it open. So you can actually close it again. So I was, and here this is from another one that's the same size because I wanted to replace it because I actually want to use this for something else. So you could put a candle in and then cover it, and then the candle goes out, right? So that's the idea behind this. But just to show you, I was trying to do that with this one and it didn't work. Like I can't actually open the rim and it kept stopping. So when you look at the rim, like it has like all these dings where it stopped and it wouldn't just roll smoothly. And up until now, it has worked perfectly. It just has like these little rims here, and there is no apparent or visible reason why suddenly it wouldn't work, except that the dark energies do not want our life force to be poured back into us, right? So I had to go to my backup old one and open the can the old way to actually get that, which is fine because I just want to pour the liquid in here, and then I'll clean up the mess afterwards, which again, the bottle that I smashed in the park yesterday was also a complete mess. And here I already made a mess again. So those dark energies are still creating very much a mess in our lives, but they're basically from the trauma that we have. That's what draws in all that dark stuff. It Until that wound is healed, it's going to keep attracting it, right? So bit by bit, we're going to heal it and we're going to heal it more. So it goes in layers, right? So we're clearly diving deep here because a lot of times when this kind of interference keeps happening, it's some really, really heavy duty trauma that sits very deep. Okay, I think that's it. So let's get right to it. Let's smudge and then call in our divine team. Whoops, and more. More of a mess, but that's okay. Anything can be cleaned up. Please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, low vibrational, and unhealed, and transmute it into pure divine essence and return it to the universe for reintegration and help us fully and completely reconnect to our own inner divinity as well as that all around us. And through that, help us be in oneness with all of creation. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. Okay, and what also just came into my mind is a video that I was guided to earlier about monads versus archons. That's something in the Bible, where the archons are those dark ones that are incapable of love, of feeling love and being in the energy of love. They're basically more like a I forgot exactly what they said. Kind of like a matrix construct, but those sort of soul equivalent things inhabit bodies, right? And for many people, it's really hard to distinguish, except those really, really drain our energy because they can't produce the feeling of love themselves. They drain it from others, which to me basically sounds like a narcissist or a psychopath, sociopath, anything along those lines, right? Or as we nowadays say, empathy deficient, which is actually like the individual I was dealing with was it 2 or 3 days ago on no, it was on Sunday. Okay, a few more days ago. um yeah, someone who also described his definition of empathy as giving support in a detached way. And in his mind, that was empathy. So, yeah, I've come across a few people who have had very different definitions of words that we can look up in the dictionary and where their definition would not match what the dictionary's definition says. And I believe this is one of them because empathy does involve feelings and emotions, right? Feeling for others and with others. So I am certain I was dealing with one of those individuals. So anyhow, let's call in our divine team and do the repair work that needs to be done in our energy field so that we can return to our more healed, version of ourselves to our healthy selves, right? Okay, so let's call in our divine team. Dear divine higher power of the universe, our higher selves, and our entire divine spirit team of the light, including our ancestors that are in the light, and all 4 directions and all 4 elements. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. All right. So first of all, I want to give thanks for the new phone that I just got. This is actually the first video I'm doing with my new phone. And also the wonderful customer service agent or representative that helped me at that phone company, who really went above and beyond what normal regular phone service customer service would be. And he found me special deals that weren't even listed on the website. And yeah, he really, really, really went out of his way to find me extra deals and to even get me a gift card that I qualify for after 2 months, right? So I don't have it yet, but he put that on the account already, right? So it was a wonderful reminder that when we take the right steps towards our soul purpose, which in my case was part of changing the service provider for my home internet so that I can start offering more sessions online as well. So this was wonderful confirmation from the universe, from the divine power, that, I'm fully supported moving forward. So I want to give massive thanks for that. And I hope in the meantime, all of you have had a chance to give thanks for something or maybe several things that happened today or yesterday, recently, right? So with that being said, I also want to give thanks for the dream that made the energies and what is happening very clear. With that being said, let the sucking up and drying out of our energy, our life force, our chi, of everything that truly makes us who we are, that truly allows us to live our best lives. Let all of that has been sucked out of us be removed. Anything and everything that caused our life force being sucked out, let all of that be removed from us. And let all those dark ones, all those leeches now be neutralized with the salt. And let all of our life force, all of our energy, all of our chi, prana, and whatever other terms you might have for that, be returned to us fully and completely removed from them. Let them be completely sucked dry from any and all love energies, from any and all life force that they have sucked out of others, and let them be fully and completely neutralized in all forms, in all aspects, throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime and moving forward. And let any and all soul contracts, vows, and other connections now and forever be cut, severed, and removed. Any soul contracts canceled, any portals and gateways closed, and we are free from them. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. Let those energies be done. And as I was doing this, I was guided to flush this entire thing. I mean, aside from the metal bowl, of course, but the contents down the toilet so that it's out of my space completely. And not wait for a fire or anything, but just get it out. And with that being said, let us be filled and rejuvenated with our returning life force, with our energetic blood, our astral blood. And it looks like I should open the other one as well. Okay, so I gotta switch to this one too. Hold on. Just move that. Oh, let all of our life force flow back into us. Let us be filled with a massive boost of energy. Let us be reconnected to everything that makes us feel happy and be in that divine love energy of true unconditional love. And at the same time, let us be fully and completely unaffected by those that want to manipulate us simply to get our life force. This is ours, and we shall now be a fully energetically contained unit. We shall maintain our life force now. It shall no longer leak out. It shall be a fully contained and sealed mini version of the universe within ourselves. We are a fully functioning entire world within ourselves that is reflected on the outside, but we are now a complete circle. Our energy field is now closed in the best possible way. We can give love out and we can receive love, but that siphoning stuff shall no longer happen. We are now healthy and repaired. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. Oh. All right. Now, I forgot to mention this beforehand, but if any of you want to reenact this along with me, you can always rewatch it again and do it right along with me. And from now on, if I forget to mention that in the beginning, please feel free to do it along with me. If not, that's fine too. You can simply get the healing from this. That's totally fine. But I also want to encourage people to take more active steps, right? So doing it right along with me intensifies it even more. And after the ceremony, I will drink this so that it's actually in my system. So if you don't want to do the entire thing, if you have some red beet juice, or you can cook some red beets and then drink that juice, or get it from cans like I did since I didn't have time, then that would be wonderful to rejuvenate your energy field. I feel this part is very important. The other part you don't have to reenact, but um, drinking some red beet juice would really, really help restore your life force, your chi, your prana, your basically, yeah, your astral blood, right? So, with that being said, let us take a deep breath in, breathing in that pure divine essence. And let us breathe out any remaining darkness. Ooh, yeah, I feel the energy is moving. Ooh. If you feel like shaking out your arms, possibly your legs, just maybe, stretch a little bit, move your shoulders, move your head, wiggle it, roll your head, or wiggle your toes if you want. Just shake a lot of that old stagnant energy out. And so it is. All right, everyone. Let us give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all this help, for all the guidance, for all the protection and healing. Please let the ceremony now be finished and open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly and massively safe, shielded, and protected at all times with a 12D shield of golden light with a divine seal of protection. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, for being a part of this ceremony, and for being on your own healing and ascension journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel further, there's a PayPal link down below. And otherwise, I will connect with you in the next video you're going to watch from my channel. And in the meantime, I'm sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May truth and integrity always be with you. Bye for now.